Hello viewers, this is Cynthia Michael from Screen Review, bringing you a new podcast from my separate call Are They Both the Same Thing? And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand it. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then you should get to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything else out of the way, let's get into it. So basically, are Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill both the same thing? So basically, once again, I'll say again, it's the show Dawson's Creek and the show One Tree Hill both the same thing. So basically, let's start with Dawson's Creek. So basically, Dawson's Creek is a teen drama show that features the title character Dawson, who lives in a creek town, like a small town near I believe near the creek, near a creek. Dawson is a teenage boy, who seems to have everything. He has a good, he got good parents. He seems like, he's just an average teen boy, with a good family, with a good house and whatnot near a creek. So basically, Dawson Vanderbeek is a boy who one day wants to be a movie director. So basically, Dawson's goal is to one day become a movie director or a TV producer. So anyway, throughout this teen drama, we see Dawson deal with follow Dawson and his two friends, being his best friend. I forgot his name, but played by Joshua Jackson, and his neighbor friend and his next door neighbor / girlfriend, played by Katie Holmes. Yes, Katie Holmes was in Dawson's Creek. Yes, and no shit, Katie Holmes was in Dawson's Creek. You can look this shit up. So basically, we started Dawson and his two friends, in their hometown called Cape Side, and we see and watch them deal with crazy drama, with crazy teen drama, with crazy drama and shit. So that's pretty much the whole part of Dawson's Creek. So basically, Dawson's Creek aired on January 20, 1998, and ended in May 14, 2003. So basically, Dawson's Creek aired on January the 20, 1998, and ended in May 14, 2023. So basically, I'll say it again. Dawson's Creek aired on January 20, 1998, and ended in May 14, 2023. Now, Dawson's Creek had six seasons, over 128 episodes, and also aired on Channel 11. And also Dawson's Creek aired on Channel 11. So pretty much. Now, as for the creator of Dawson's Creek is named Kevin Williamson. So basically, the creator of Dawson's Creek is named Kevin Williamson. So that's pretty much the part of Dawson's Creek. Now let's get into One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill follows a boy named Lucas Scott who lives in a small town called One Tree Hill. Now we follow Lucas and his friends basically, and his friends, follow his friends, navigated being teenagers and and up to the adulthood. So basically, we see Lucas, so basically the show starts off with teenage boy named Lucas, and we follow his journey. We follow his journey with his friends, getting into all sorts of crazy adventures at a small town called One Tree Hill. Pretty much that's pretty much. Yeah, so basically, pretty much that's the whole, that's pretty much the whole part of One Tree Hill in a nutshell. So basically, let's get into the details about One Tree Hill. Now, One Tree Hill aired on September the 23rd in 2003. It ended in April 4th. In April 4th in 2014. So basically, One Tree Hill aired on September the 23rd in 2003. It ended in April on April the 4th, 2014. So pretty much that's when the show started, when the show ended. Now the show had 9 seasons, over 187 episodes. Now, the show was created by Mark Scorch. As I pronounce his last name wrong, please forgive me, because blah blah blah. I believe his last name is pronounced Mark Scorch, some shit like that, but please forgive me for that. So anyway, pretty much that's the whole detail about. That's the whole detailed information about One Tree Hill. So basically, let's see. Let's see what they both have in common. So basically, both One Tree Hill and Dawson Creek take place in small towns. So basically, both Dawson Creek and One Tree Hill take place in set in small towns. Now both of the lead characters are teenage boys, and they're both shows. The whole part of both shows follows these teenage boys and their friends' lives as teenagers. So as teenagers up to their life as adults. So basically, both shows show the characters as teenagers and up to their starts off both shows showing that both shows showing both of the cast from their teenage years up to their adult years. Now so basically both that's pretty much what they have in common. Pretty much. Now, but there is one thing they do. One thing they also have in common, though. Chad Michael Murray and the actor who played Dawson Vanderbeek in Dawson's Creek both had starring roles in Riverdale. I believe that the actor who played Dawson's Creek and Dawson's Creek is actually the principal. No, I believe he's the principal, but like Chad Michael Murray had starred in the third season and the fourth season of the CW Channel 11 CW's Riverdale. So basically, Chad Michael Murray starred in Riverdale, and James Vanderbeek, who played Dawson, also starred in Riverdale. I believe he was the principal, but it's not clear though about that. I believe he was the principal. I think he was the new principal who start in the new latest episode in the new season of Riverdale. Blah 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 blah. So pretty much pretty much that's one more thing they have in common. Now the last thing they do have in common is, both shows are teen drama. So basically, Riverdale and Dawson Creek are basically teen drama shows. So that's pretty much what they have in common. Now the things they don't have in common is that Dawson, the main character Dawson from Dawson Creek, wanted to be a movie director. Now, in One Tree Hill, the main character Lucas wanted to be a writer. So basically, Dawson wanted to be a movie director slash TV producer, but Lucas from One Tree Hill wanted to be a famous writer. So anyway, blah blah blah. So basically, like on and off. So basically, the cast. The only thing they have, the only thing they have. The main difference between Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill, the cast seems to change more in One Tree Hill than in Dawson's Creek. So basically, seems like when it comes to Dawson's Creek, pretty much the cast stays remain the same in Dawson's Creek, but as in Riverdale, the cast kept on changing a bit in One Tree Hill. It seems like almost every season. So basically, the cast in Dawson Creek pretty much remained the same, while the cast of Dawson Creek pretty much remained the same, but when it comes to One Tree Hill, it seems like cast members kept on changing a lot throughout the one on One Tree Hill. So pretty much that's pretty much the difference between One Tree Hill and Dawson Creek. So basically, all these two shows are both the same. Pretty much, they are both the same shows. Even though pretty much these two shows are pretty much both the same shows. Even though the main characters had a different motive to what they wanted to be in life, but pretty much the show, pretty much Dawson Creek and One Tree Hill is pretty much both the same thing. So anyway, I hope that everybody have a happy New Year's and whatnot. So anyway, until next time, this is Sincere Michael signing off from School Reviews 1.